And hello everybody, we're going to be doing another video. This is on World War One, and we're going to be talking about Flanders fields. I will not promise you that I won't get emotional in this presentation. This poem means a lot to me as a veteran, as a combat veteran, and as the father of a son who was a combat veteran. This topic hits really close to home. I'm going to show you a picture of what Flanders field looks like. And this is actually a montage of it. Let me just find the file for a second. Soldier who died. I'll read the poem to you. In Flanders fields the poppies blow. Between the crosses row on row that mark our place, and in the sky the larks still bravely singing fly. Scarce heard amid the guns below. We are the dead. Short days ago we lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders fields. Take up your quarrel with the foe, to you from failing hands we throw. The torch be yours to hold it high, if you break faith with us who die. We shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders fields. So, Flanders fields represents a place where 850,000 young men from Britain died in a period of less than a year. The average age of the British soldier at this time was 21 years old. The lifespan expectancy of a soldier in battle was about 60 seconds, if it was a heavy fight, because of the weapons that were being used. And thousands of men would die within minutes when they would charge machine guns through open fields and have artillery fired at them. Flanders fields marked the end of the British Empire. Whether you think it was a good thing or a bad thing, the saying was the sun never sets on the British Empire. Flanders fields killed it. Britain never has recovered from losing nearly 1 million young men cut down in the prime of their life. It changed how they fought war, eventually. But a whole generation of young men basically were killed in a period of months. And this happened for the Germans, for the French, for the Russians, for the Austrian-Hungarians, and to some extent to the Americans. But nothing was as brutal as Flanders fields. There are some questions that I'd like you to answer, and I'll be posting this as an assignment in Google Classroom. It'll be due on Friday afternoon. And there will not be a regular class session. I will be available for extra help during the day, but I'd like you to make sure you finish this assignment and any other assignments that were given this weekend, so you're up to date. This was written by a Canadian doctor who served and was one of the ones treating these very healthy young men whose bodies had been ravaged by violence that they had no part in choosing, that was thrust upon them by militarism. Excuse me a second. So what is the poem describing with the words "in Flanders fields the poppies blow between the crosses row on row"? And I would recommend that you go to Google and maybe look at pictures and type in Flanders fields, and you can see what it looks like today. The poppy is the symbol that people in the British Commonwealth of Nations, England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, Australia, Canada, etc., they wear the poppy to commemorate the dead of World War One. And it's a symbol of sadness and great pride, I think, as it is for any nation's war dead. They fought for their country, and that's understandable. It's a part of citizenship sometimes that you sacrifice yourself, but it doesn't run against the principles of natural rights and the principles of life, liberty, and equality. I think warfare is a horrible thing. Think what you've been learning about militarism and the excitement that people felt when they went to work. People would send the soldiers out with parades and throw flowers at them. And now the flowers in Flanders fields mark the resting place of these young men. So does the poem reflect that enthusiasm of going for war or not? And why would it not? I think what happened to these countries is they found out that they had gone into a very bloody affair. And it would rip the heart out of most of the European nations. Why do you think McCrae wrote this poem? And does this poem still have relevance in our world today? And explain your answer. Wars are fought very differently than they were in 1914 through 1918. But the concept of war, does it really matter if it's 850,000 men who died, British soldiers who died in a very short period? Or does it matter to the family that gets a letter from the Armed Forces Committee that their son or their daughter has been killed? This is heavy stuff, but it's important that you understand history in order to become a member of a society and for citizenship. So that's it for today. We'll be meeting in class shortly, and I hope you have a great day and stay healthy.